Now that you've heard about the effect of family engagement on kids, let's take a step back and unpack what effective family engagement practice actually looks like. You're going to read about the dual capacity framework for family school partnerships, which I created in collaboration with the U.S. Department of Education. One of my colleagues, Kate Gilcrestley, coined the phrase random acts of family engagement. Basically, she's saying that in many cases, we develop family engagement initiatives that are nice, but not goal-linked. They don't align with the teaching, learning, and developmental goals of the school, and don't pay attention to what's required to build trusting and respectful partnerships with families. The idea behind the dual capacity framework was that it would be used as a compass to guide our practices in family engagement and to prevent those random acts. The framework was formulated using research from those of us in the family and community engagement field, as well as research on adult learning and leadership development. The first block of the framework identifies the challenge to effective family-school partnerships. In most cases, the parties involved, neither the staff nor the families, have built the necessary capacity to engage in and cultivate effective partnerships. My experience has been that it's not usually that staff and families don't want to partner with each other. It is that they don't often know the best way to go about developing these partnerships. This is especially the case when there are differences between the staff and families in terms of race, ethnicity, educational, and socioeconomic background. The second block is what I consider the most important part of the framework because it identifies what we know from the research as the essential conditions for effective family-school partnerships. These opportunity conditions, both process and organizational, are what you need to have in place to make your partnerships thrive. In the process conditions, we've already talked about how your initiatives have to be goal-oriented. In other words, linked to learning. Your initiatives also have to be focused on building trusting relationships, developing everyone's skills and knowledge, collaborating in ways that both families and staff's contributions are valued, and interactive, where the adults actually get a chance to practice whatever learning is being shared. We also know that your organization has to provide the conditions such that family engagement is taken seriously throughout, that it is seen as a vital and systemic piece of any improvement effort, and that there is an infrastructure in place and resources dedicated to family engagement. If you put these conditions in place, we predict you will see growth in both your staff and your families in the following 4 areas. Their capabilities, what they know and are able to do. Their connections, who they know, their networks. Their cognition, their beliefs about one another. And their confidence, the belief that they can cultivate and sustain these partnerships. The result is that staff understand and employ the strategies to cultivate partnerships with families, and that families understand the various roles that they can take on when engaging in their children's learning and development. As you move through this section and listen to my interviews with researchers, look and listen for examples of the conditions and goals described in the framework. It should come as no surprise that the work of Joyce Epstein, Kathy Hoover Dempsey, Mark Warren, and Sue Hung very much shaped the development of the dual capacity framework.